So I'm just curious, how was GloboBanks born?
Well, GloboBanks was born because we used to have a marketing agency, okay, in the last few years, and lots of our clients were people, entrepreneurs, six-figure entrepreneurs with e-commerces and these kind of companies with offshore and international banks. So they used to ask us in the consultation, etc. Oh, I need a bank account because this bank doesn't allow me to do these things or doesn't give me the debit card, for example, etc. So me and my team started to traveling, all over the world and start make a partnership with the banks. And in last years, like I said, we had 60, more than 60 signed partnership with bank institutions. So everything started with just a needs of our clients, and in the years became like a brand, an international brand, and a global company that today we have lots of people inside the company, etc. We helped hundreds of entrepreneurs all over the world. So everything started by a need and transformed in a real company.
Awesome. That's really cool how you guys package everything all together. And I personally have not seen a solution like this one, which is very interesting, especially types of clients that, for example, they work a lot with crypto or they just have a foreign entity and they're looking to receive cash in their home country. Or like, how does that look like, especially now that a lot of people are working online? Many cases, a lot of people have like remote companies or like companies in that are incorporated in other foreign countries, right? And that basically creates that like next problem, which is like, how do I receive money into my home country, or how does that look like specifically?
Yeah, correct. Everything started by a need, of the clients because a lot of them had like a international company, in a place where they are no residents. So they don't know how to open usually accounts in banks where they are not resident there, because maybe a person from Italy with a US LLC doesn't know how to open an account for this company, for example, or people with very specific needs because maybe the business is not a risk, but is not so very well seen by the banks. So they made like lots of applications on live by themselves and all the applications are rejected. And this is very bad in banking side because you think that maybe banks don't talk between them. But the banks share the information of the clients, So if you're going to make an application in one bank and this application is going to be rejected and you try in the future to open another bank, this bank during the due diligence is going to see if you already had like a declined application from another bank. And if they see that yes, it's very probably that they are going to reject also your new application in this new bank. So lots of international entrepreneurs don't know how to open accounts, don't know where the banks are better, for example, and this is very important. Is for this that is very important to go with an introducer, because an introducer know very well the banks, know very well the people that work inside all the banks where we work with, and can introduce you in the proper bank that better fits for you, because not all people are the same, because maybe a company needs, like you said, to receive money in crypto. So you need a crypto-friendly account that doesn't close the account after a few days because you're just receiving payments from, for example, exchanges. Some people need to receive money internationally because maybe you have an international bank. And there are some places and countries where you can't, you can receive money from other places or the jurisdictions, but maybe they're going to make you lots of questions. They ask you to send documentation, and maybe in the future they also can freeze your account, etc. So it's very important to understand all the needs and be introduced in the right and proper bank that better fits for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that whole idea of introductions, especially in foreign countries, is like a very big value add, especially from my past, like being in Dubai, realizing that like just zero taxes is not really like the end goal. Like along with zero taxes, there's the banking, there's the credit, there's all of these other elements that people start to realize that just because you moved your residency to a new country does not mean that now you have the absolute freedom. You also have to think about, okay, well, now you're in a new country. How does that look like with banking? Even though you don't want to move to a different country, and many of my clients are based in Europe, or they based in the Middle East or in Canada, and they want to create more of an international structure where, for example, they might not have the certain restrictions that are inside of their home country, they want to have a bit more freedom, let's say, or reduce their taxes. So yeah, I think that's really cool.